Welcome to Paladin Stadium on the campus of Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina, where the Furman Paladins get ready to host the reigning national champion UNC Tar Heels. Fourth time these teams have met. UNC has come away with a victory in all three of them so far. Furman, this is their second home game. Their first one, they led or were tied for almost the entire game before falling in overtime 13-12 to Vermont, and then went on the road. Tough matchup against Ohio State. Dropped that one 12-6. UNC, meanwhile, this will be their second game overall. Started off against UMBC, won 17-6, but they were up 10-1 after the first quarter. Here we go, ready for the opening face-off. UNC specialist Stephen Kelly won 11 of 16 face-offs in the previous matchup. And here we go. We are underway, and no surprise, UNC does in fact win the opening face-off, and they will have the first possession. In their first game, they scored just 15 seconds into the contest. Furman looking for their first win against a top 20 opponent in the short program history. See, making the run, pass back. Well defended by Furman thus far. Still looking for the gap in the middle. Plenty of space to the outside. Looking for the shot. That one's going to go wide. Picked up immediately by UNC. So they will retain possession. Drop back, have an opening shot, goal! UNC strikes first, minute and 16 in. Great cross-field pass, setting up the open look, bouncing it in. Low hard shots, some of the toughest ones to stop in lacrosse. It is the freshman goalkeeper for Furman. A little bit of a change-up for them, as recently it has been almost every time been rolling with the veteran, but this time freshman Alec Van de Bovenkamp is in there. So UNC will once again send Kelly to go up against Hillblaze for Furman for the face-off. Another face-off win for Kelly. Something UNC does so well. Great interception there by Furman, as they're going to cause their first turnover of the game and grab their first possession. Across such a possession-intensive sport, with the nature of the face-offs, you can literally go several minutes without ever touching the ball. Big turnover caused there by Furman. Good pressure around the outside. Breaking free, looking for somebody in the middle. Shot, goal! Furman with the answer! As he's falling to the ground, what a shot by Lou Yavino. And that's one for the highlight reel. What a shot. Falling over, and that was a tough angle as well. Right into the far corner. Slick shot by Yavino, ties the game at 1. It's Yavino's 4th of the season, puts him 1 behind Holcomb for the team lead. Also his 5th point, as he's picked up 1 assist on the year as well. UNC does win the face-off. They've won all 3 here in the early going. Referee calling time. The UNC player lost his shoe. Play will resume with Cloutier. Tough angle, good pass. Looking for the shot, and it's going to go well wide. We'll stay with the Tar Heels, though. So bring it back in on the back line. UNC looking for the opening. Drop back. Had an open man in the middle momentarily. Well pressured, though, by Furman. I got Cloutier here on the near side looking for a run. Shot from downtown is wide left. Stays with UNC. Fourth shot by the Tar Heels, just one of them on goal, but that was the one that counted by Anderson. Anderson, no stranger to goal scoring, as he was the ACC Offensive Player of the Week after that big win in the opener. Another turnover by Furman. Excellent defense here through the first couple minutes. Looking to score on the counter. Furman is going to slow up and take their time after the initial push. Get a couple fresh legs out on the field. Furman's had kind of a rough record through the first few years, but that home opener really showed a lot of potential, even though it's one they eventually dropped in overtime. Here's the run. Back into the middle. It's going to go wide, but it will stay with the Paladins. Furman looking for their first lead of the game. Good pass, is shot and just missed. For a second, thought it actually went through the goal, but just barely missed, hit the netting on the wrong side. Ground ball forced, but picked right back up by Furman. Stabs, who's back into the match, and big save there. Furman takes it right back, and just crazy happenings going on in front of the net. Rizbicki drops it back. Thinking about a shot, but pulling it back was Holcomb. As mentioned, he is the team leader with 5 goals. So despite not winning a faceoff, Furman has been able to cause a couple big turnovers on defense. Now have a chance to take the lead. Looking for that pass in the middle. Shot, big save. 2 saves out for Balcom. Almost another turnover. As Balcom has come up big. 2 saves for the Tar Heels, and now UNC will have another crack at it. Deep drop. Here's the run. Open. Another knockaway. Carry this one all the way in and then finally pull it down deep in Tar Heel territory. Looking for some help. Not going to get any. Shot is a lot weaker than I think he wanted it to be, and Balcom's going to pick up save number 3. Didn't face a whole lot of shots in the opener, but he has played well here in the early going of this contest. Almost another turnover forced. And then a violation will give it back to Furman. Furman doing a great job of taking care of the ball and forcing on the other side. 0 turnovers, 4 caused. But have only been able to capitalize for 1 goal thus far. Lots of space here on the near side of the field for them to work with. Thought about hitting Where's Bicky in the middle. Thought better of it. Drops it back. Trying to find some space. Shot. Save number 4 for Balcom. Another shot that probably didn't have quite the pace on it they would have liked. We've got a flag, so it's going to be a delayed penalty here against Furman. I think it might be for roughing. We'll see what the call is. Remember, until either a goal is scored or Furman touches the ball, that penalty is just waiting to be called. Nine minutes in, still tied 1-1. Ball is loose right by the goal, and Furman is going to pick it up. Kind of lost it there for a second, trying to figure out where it was. And that penalty is going to be for cross-checking. That will be a 1-minute violation, so UNC will be man up. Surprisingly low-scoring first quarter. And two teams that have both showed the ability to put up points in bunches. Thought about a deep shot, passed over, and big save. I believe that was off the stick. As de Bovenkamp kept it out. Pass back, open look. Pass inside, and an equally tough shot. Well pressured by Furman, but able to break through for the goal. I believe that was number 11, Brian Cannon. Comes up with the tie-breaking goal. Now up 2-1. It'll be Kelly versus Blaze once again, and Kelly has gotten the better end of it through the first 3 times. So UNC able to capitalize on the man-up opportunity. Lone penalty of the quarter so far, but it ends up costing Furman. And another face-off win for UNC. Furman's done a good job weathering it so far, but you have to wonder how much longer they can keep losing every face-off and still stay in it. overall defense has done an outstanding job thus far, causing 4 turnovers, and as mentioned, none committed here through the first 10.5 minutes. Tar Heels taking their time. Shot, another block. They'll get another shot right away, though. And it's taken away. That's going to be a flag. That's a hard hit from behind. And he is slow to get up. He got that, I think, right in the small of the back immediately after an excellent play to block the shot. The initial save was made by de Bovenkamp. Then the rebound came out to UNC, set up for another open look, and then great defensive play. He is still slow to get up. Certainly hope that he is okay. Still has not gotten up off the field yet. So after the injury gets resolved, Furman will have a man-up opportunity, their first one of the game, and see if they can answer UNC's goal. Players clearing the field right now is being helped off the field, not able to get off under zone power, but good to see him up. Go ahead and zoom in on. Definitely took a huge hit. That's Miles Cohen. Penalty is officially going to go down as a tripping penalty. Be a 1-minute man-up opportunity for Furman. Both teams with 5 shots on goal. Both keepers making some excellent saves here in the early going. See if Furman can tie it up here on the man-up opportunity. That was a good pass, but it deflects off the stick. Going to go out of bounds, and it will be UNC possession. So the first turnover thus far by Furman, and it comes at a costly time. Negates the man-up advantage, basically. Tar Heels setting up the offense. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Just 2-1. Tar Heels scored first. Furman answered less than a minute later. And we are scoreless for several minutes. Until Cannon was able to break through with a excellent shot on as he was falling over on a man-up opportunity. And that brings us to where we are here with just under 3 minutes to go in the first. Both teams are back at full strength, by the way. Still looking for something to develop in the middle. Furman has not given up a lot of real estate in that department. Chance for a shot, and another save for de Bovenkamp. That's save number 4. Both goalies 4 saves apiece. Furman clears the zone relatively easily. set up and look for goal number 2. Holcomb with it, making a run. He's going to spin back out. Thought about going across to Uvino. He's the lone goal scorer for Furman so far today, and his highlight reel goal is he was also falling over to the side and hit a very tough angle shot. Here's Uvino up top. Pass back, going to the sideline, and it's going to be picked up by UNC. Knocked free and still going around. Finally going to be picked up by Furman as they will keep it from being a turnover. That one was loose for several seconds. Now Furman able to reset again with 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Furman has really hung with the defending champs very well here in the first quarter and have a chance to go into the second quarter with a tie game if they can come up with a goal in the last 37 seconds. Good pass back, shot, there it is! Furman ties it 2-2. And it's Holcomb with his 6th goal of the year. Great setup there by Furman. After getting the first goal low, they go high on the second. And just like that, it is back to 2-2. Credit Pinsino with the assist. That is his 2nd assist of the year. And so now 32 seconds left in the first quarter. It is tied once again. Furman still looking for their first face-off win. UNC has been 4 for 4, and we're going to have a violation. And it is going to be Furman's. So with 27 seconds, could they take their first lead right before going into the second quarter? Going to have to move quickly, 17 seconds. Ten seconds. Here's a run for Uvino, drops it back. Looking for the shot, 3 seconds. And the ball is knocked away, and we are going to go into the second quarter, all tied up at 2-2. Great first quarter of action. Furman hanging with UNC here through quarter number 1. We'll step away for just a couple minutes and be right back for quarter number 2. Oh, just about ready to start second quarter of action here at Paladin Stadium, Greenville, South Carolina, on the campus of Furman University. Nate Warwick bringing you the action. live as it happens, and it has been a great first quarter as UNC was able to take the first 4 faceoffs, but Furman, the defense really stepping up. 4 caused turnovers. Was able to maintain the possession balance. Both teams coming up with 2 goals on 6 shots on goal. UNC with a slight overall shot lead of 10-8, and they took advantage of their 1 extra man opportunity. Furman 0 for 1. Both goalkeepers have come up with some big plays here early in the game, and we will get ready here as the teams have switched sides for quarter number 2. Furman won the last face-off of the quarter after a UNC violation. No such violation here. UNC looking to strike quickly, and another save. Bovenkamp really rewarding the Furman coaches by giving him the start. Well, he's come up with 5 saves to just the 2 goals allowed. Had a 5-5 prior to this long pass all the way down, and it's going to be snagged by UNC. Just the 3rd turnover of the game so far for Furman. Trying to catch UNC napping on the counter, but pass was off target. Both Coach Meade and Coach Breschke are actually alumni of UNC. Breschke graduate in 1990. Meade in 76 for his undergrad and 79 for his grad work. That one's knocked free, and it will be Furman ball. Another, I think. Nope. Almost picked it up, but it's going to go out of bounds. UNC is closest, so they will maintain it, but almost another one. So it was a ground ball forced. Making life difficult. Here's Anderson. Drop it back behind. It's a good cut into the middle by Anderson, but it's knocked away. Another caused turnover. Furman gets it. Bad pass, though, intercepted, and we're going to have a penalty. And the penalty attempt, or I'm sorry, not attempt, penalty call.
Penalty number 12, North Carolina.
It's going to be on Matthews. So here comes Furman. Still looking for their first lead. They've been able to answer UNC's both times. Have not yet led in the game. Good ball movement around the outside. Looking for any kind of opening. UNC doing a good job rotating around. Shot is going to be gathered up there by Balcom. And the tie is preserved for the moment. UNC quickly down to the other end. Almost lost his footing, able to stay up. Just under 11 and a half to go here in the second quarter. Still the same score that we had going into the second quarter of 2-2. Shot is deflected and goes well high, but it will stay with the Tar Heels. And try it again. McBride drops it off to Cannon, one of the 2 goal scorers of the day, and got pressured off of his run. Not able to get a clean look at the goal. And that's going to be a flag on Furman. I believe that's going to go against... It's going to be against Riley, I think. Or Farnish, rather. That will not take effect until Furman touches the ball. Which they're not going to, because it's a goal. UNC, Chris Cloutier scoring his 3rd goal of the year, 4th point. Puts UNC back up on top. Took a long time to develop as UNC held the ball for close to 3 minutes for finally opening up that shot opportunity. And Furman has played very good defense, but you can only defend for so long.
And number 15 for the Paladins, Justin Kane.
Yetman was who the penalty was on. It was cross-check. And face-off win number 6 for UNC. They've only lost 1, and that was on a violation. Furman's defense has responded well. Kept them here in the game. Can they come up with another turnover? Definitely very different from the first game UNC played, where they were up 10-1 after the first quarter. Pretty much just coasted to the victory after that. There's a save, and it's going to be ground ball is picked up by Furman. Save number 6. Furman gets it across midfield. Can they answer for the 3rd time? So leading goal scorer with an Al Holcomb. Has it knocked away. And UNC able to cause the turnover. Ground ball is going to be picked up there by Bedard. A lot of pressure. Good pass in the middle. Lots of open space here for Anderson. Good pass into the middle. Shot goes wide, but it's going to stay with UNC. UNC starting to get a little bit bigger of a shot advantage now, up 15-9, 9-7 on goal. Bovenkamp really has done an excellent job thus far. 6 saves to just the 3 goals allowed. Balcom on the other end, 5 saves to 2. Pressure pass in the middle. That was a great pass. Well defended, though. Looked like UNC might have a goal for sure. And what defense again by the Paladins. Coming off of back-to-back games where they've allowed double-digit goals, this effort has been outstanding. Defense hoping for a little bit of help from the offense here on this side of the field. Ground ball lost momentarily, but then promptly picked back up by Furman. Scott with it up top. Working around the pick. Still swinging around. Good pass back up the middle. Nice move. Looking for the shot, and it goes high. Just a little bit up over the crossbar. Stays with the Paladins. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been an excellent game here so far. Furman with an extended possession here of their own. Looking for that equalizing goal. Thought about a shot there, has it knocked away. And UNC able to, wait, not yet. Furman able to keep it. Scott, shot! Another big save. Almost equalized it right there, but once again, Balcom coming up big for the Tar Heels. For a second, it looked like UNC had caused another turnover, but Furman able to stay with it and keep it. But the shot is denied. Mad scramble for the ball on the far side of the field, and Furman is going to come away with it. Can't say enough about the night and day difference seeing their defense from the last home game to this one has been excellent. Just have not been able to capitalize as much on the offensive side of the ball. Still just trailed by one, 3-2. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Looking to make a run around the goal. Pop it back outside. Yavino with it. Pass over to Holcomb. Still pressure. Good pass across. Didn't get to it in time. I think it will stay with Furman. No, it will not. Not able to get there in time, and UNC, I don't know, it might have this overturned. Referees conferring. And it will stay with UNC. So again, Furman with a great defensive play, but then not a bad look, as did have a player open on the far side of the net, but not able to connect the pass That's turnover number 4. Pass up the middle. It's a ground ball, and Furman takes it right back. 3 minutes to go in the half. Furman making a couple substitutions. Yavino working around the pick. Gonna take a shot. Another save. This one off the stick. As Balcom comes up with save number 7. You don't typically have a goalkeeper duel, but that's kind of what we've had here so far. All the way coast to coast. And that's Anderson. Justin Anderson with his 2nd goal of the game, 5th of the young season. As he took that one all the way from one end of the field to the other, danced through the defense, and doubles the Tar Heel lead. 4-2 here with 2:16 to go.
And for Furman, number 15, Justin Kane.
Go back to the face-off circle once again, where UNC has really dominated. 6 of the 7 thus far. And make it 7 of 8. Two minutes to go here in the first half. UNC owning both of the goals scored here in the second quarter. Furman has caused 7 turnovers, 8 overall for UNC, but it's not been able to capitalize on the other end, mostly because of the outstanding play of Balcom. He's come up with 7 saves on the 9 shots on goal. Bovenkamp has been no slouch either. That shot never gets to him as it's denied right away. Chance for a shot and another save. To Bovenkamp this time, picking up save number 8 here in the first half.
Remaining.
1 minute to go. Furman could cut it back to just a 1-goal deficit if they can capitalize. UNC's defense has also been doing very, very well, especially at the goalkeeper position, but applying a lot of pressure, keeping Furman on the outside for the most part. Not a lot of clean looks at the net. Scott with it. 30 seconds. Furman scored within the last minute of the first quarter. They try to do the same here in the second. 18 seconds. Not a lot of movement going on. Here comes the run. Stuffed on the first attempt. 10 seconds. Pass inside. Shot goes high. It'll stay with Furman, but they've only got 6 seconds. Pass comes out, and it's dropped. And so we are going to go probably into halftime with a 4-2 score. Yep, that will do it. So after being tied at 2 after the first quarter, UNC able to pick up a couple goals here in the second, and will take a 4-2 lead into halftime. Great first half here so far. We'll be back in a little bit to break down the stats and such, but for now we are going to step aside for the half. Welcome back here for half number 2. Host Furman Paladins welcoming the number 1 ranked and defending national champion UNC Tar Heels, and it has been an excellent game here thus far. UNC has led or been tied the entire time, but Furman took a 2-2 tie at the end of the first quarter, and then UNC added a couple goals in the second. Their hero so far has been Justin Anderson. He scored a hat trick plus had an assist in their previous game against UMBC as the reigning ACC Offensive Player of the Week. He's come up with 2 goals. Cloutier and Cannon have also added 1. And for Furman, no surprise as to their goal scorers as Yavino tacked on his 3rd and Holcomb his team-leading 6th goal. UNC controlling a lot of the major categories, out shooting Furman 19-13, 12-9, face-off 7-1, but also had 8 turnovers to just 6 as Furman came up with 8 saves to UNC's 7 and 7 caused turnovers to just 3 for UNC. Both goalkeepers playing outstandingly right now, and UNC almost had the face-off win right away, but it took them a little bit longer, but they do still come up with it. That is now 8-1 on the face-off wins, and that one face-off win for Furman came at the very end of the first quarter. And I believe we have an illegal screen, and so Furman's going to get the ball back. First possession here of the second half. Mentioned this in the first half, but Furman is looking for their first ever win against a top 20 program. UNC kind of came out of nowhere a little bit last year. It was the first team in history for the NCAA to win the tournament as an unseeded team. It was their first championship since 1991. Pass goes all the way back, a little bit risky there, but Furman able to stay with it. It's Holcomb. There's the spin around, pass back. Another one almost intercepted. That shot's going to be deflected. Hard to say whether it would have been on or not, probably, but it's deflected early enough that it misses by a wide margin. A lot of pressure, good pass back. Look into the middle. Bad pass, big hit right after the drop. And UNC takes over. That was a monster of a hit. Now, Tar Heels did a coast-to-coast score relatively late in the second half. Trying for it again there, didn't quite get it. But they do maintain possession. It's Matthews with it. Pass back is missed. That's going to go all the way to midfield. Oh, I thought that was offside, but I guess not. Furman's going to scoop up the ground ball. And now we're back underway. Tar Heels have done a good job preventing Furman from getting many clean looks at the net. And when they have had looks, Balcom's come up with 7 saves. Passes dropped on the receiving end, but then picked up immediately. So it was Primo who had it there momentarily. Good pass back out. A little bit of space up top. Nobody able to cut into the middle. Just too many Navy jerseys in the way. Pass is deflected, and we're going to have a flag against UNC. That's going to go against Kuchia. Shot is going to go wide. And now the penalty will be enforced. So Furman will have their third man-up opportunity. They've not been able to capitalize on the first two. Penalty is going to be on Ryan Macri. Slashing, 1 minute. Back underway, Furman trying to capitalize. No goals scored here through the first 4+ minutes of the second half. Pass is going to deflect off. Looks like Furman will be able to maintain it, though. They do. Pressured hard from behind. Passed over, it's Williamson. Dropping it back. Shot, another save. As Balcom is now equal to Bovenkamp's total of 8 saves here in this game. Shot on goal number 10 for Furman. UNC has 12. Pass is going to go out of bounds. Took a bigger hop. It's right up and over the stick, and so Furman able to get it right back. Putting this into this perspective, as mentioned earlier, Furman giving up double-digit goals in their first 2 games this season. Lost 12-13 in overtime to Vermont right here at Paladin Stadium, and then went on the road to Ohio State and lost 6-12. And coming off of a season in which they went just 2-15. But here they are hanging with the national champs, still very, very much in this game. Pass back, shot. Going to be deflected wide. And I believe it's going to be UNC. Great effort on the backside as it will just barely be close enough. Sprinting down to the other end. Tar Heels definitely not going to be content with a 2-goal lead right now. Just under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cannon with it. Perry. Gonna have to drop it back behind. Goldstock. Is it knocked away? Furman had it momentarily, lost it. So it will be UNC. Gearing up for a shot from downtown, decides not to. UNC has a couple cutters in the middle. Out to the outside, shot's going to go wide, and it should be UNC, and it is. Halfway through the third quarter. Still no goals scored here in the third. Furman has not scored since late in the first quarter. They tied it up 2-2. Nice spin move. But opening in the back, looking for the wraparound. Drop it back out. Trying to get free for a shot, not going to get it, so spinning back out through the middle and taken away. Another caused turnover, number 9 by Furman. Racing down to the other end. Now going to take their time, set up the offense. Holcomb, the one who scored that one late in the first. Here's a run, pass back. Turn in the middle. Pass shot is going to go, I believe, off the crossbar. That went flying out of bounds. Some good pace on that shot. It will officially go down as save number 9 for Balcom, so it must have hit his stick instead of the post. Shot, and there's save number 10. How about Brian Balcom? Redshirt junior out of St. James, New York. It is not common to see a Lacrosse goalkeeper rack up double-digit saves, especially when you're still in the third quarter. Defense is really standing tall here this afternoon. Almost had a shot there for Anderson. He's already scored twice, looking for back-to-back games with a hat trick. They've got another violation on UNC, so it's another chance for Furman. Get it across midfield very, very quickly. Primo with it again up top. Oh, great pass into the middle. Shot. It's going to be deflected. And Tar Heels take back over. Good pressure, though. Almost lost it. Did lose it. It's on the ground. And we are going to have it be Tar Heels possession. The defensive battle continues. 11 minutes ticked away here in the third quarter without a goal. That shot's going to go wide. Shot attempt there by Tagliaferri. He was all ACC last year. And it's not often that this late in the game a lacrosse score looks like a hockey score, but it does today. It's a mugging there, and no surprise the flag comes out. Still the ball just is scrum for it, nobody gaining possession. And finally UNC comes away with it, shoots, and it's wide. So we will now have the enforcement of the penalty as there is a massive humanity trying to get control of that ball before UNC finally came away with it. Timmy Kelly, who finally came up with the ground ball and then shot it wide. Penalty is going to be holding, and This be the third penalty, I believe, on Furman. It's John Vandenberg, the captain of the Furman squad, who got called for that holding penalty. The shot goes high. UNC has been 1 of 2 on their first extra man opportunities. Furman 0 of 3. Right point blank and just too easy. Wide open right by the net. And again, Tar Heels taking advantage as they finally get the first goal of the third quarter, almost 12 minutes in. Actually, over 12 minutes in. And it's going to be Chris Cloutier coming up with his second goal. He's now got 4 on the season. 2 goals on 6 shots. UNC with the biggest lead thus far, 5-2. They'll return to the faceoff circle where they have been dominant. A lot longer face-off this time. Normally, UNC's been able to just pop out with it right away. And this time, Furman with their first non-violation face-off win. Second one overall of the entire game. They're going to maintain possession here as well. Look to set something up. I believe we have a timeout called. Yep, Furman will call a timeout. It has been a great game here so far. Furman not able to take advantage of a lot of the offensive opportunities, and credit Balcom with a lot of that. 10 saves, but de Bovenkamp, no slouch himself, 9 saves to the 5 goals allowed. Both of them really playing very, very well, and 2 of the goals that de Bovenkamp allowed were man-up goals for UNC, and that last one especially, point-blank range, not a lot he could have done there. But Cloutier and Anderson leading the way for UNC, 2 goals apiece. Cannon with a goal and an assist. Matthews has picked up 2 assists. Tagliaferri with an assist. UNC outshooting Furman 26-20, 14-12 on goal. Of course, the big number beside that, though, the turnovers, 14-8. And 9 of those 14 turnovers caused by Furman. 4 of the 8 Furman turnovers caused by UNC. Furman still looking for their first goal since the first quarter, but came up with a big face-off win and a chance to regain some momentum as UNC is very slowly trying to pull away here with 2:24 to go in the third quarter. Last Furman goal was Holcomb with 32 seconds to go in the first. Since then, Cloutier tagged on his 3rd and 4th goals of the year, with Justin Anderson's 5th coming in the middle. Both teams 3 penalties, but Furman's have been the ones that have really come back to bite them as they've allowed 2 of the 5 goals have come off of man-up opportunities. After the timeout, back to the game action as there's 2:15 to go. Furman tried to make it 5-3. Shot is going to miss, but it will stay with Furman. Back underway, passed over to Scott. Scott trying to juke around his defender, can't. Ball gets knocked free, and it's going to be picked up by UNC. Cause turnover number 5 for the Tar Heels. Here's the transition, point blank shot, and a big save there by DeVovenkamp, his 10th. And it's going to result in Furman getting possession once again, and he has really done an outstanding job here in the start. Just a freshman, but playing like a veteran right now. Typically, it's been the junior Riley McDermott. Through the first 2 games, he had 7 saves and 20 goals allowed. Save percentage a little bit south of 30%. 1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Furman trying to get the deficit back down to 2. Good spin move, getting a little bit of separation. Drop back behind the net. And we got a violation on Furman. So 23 seconds here for UNC. If they're going to tack on one more here in the 3rd, it's going to have to happen very quickly. 15 seconds. Run down the middle. Thinking about a shot. Dishes it off to the outside. 6 seconds. Good pass into the middle. Spinning, shot, wide to the left, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. UNC tacks on 1 goal in the 3rd, increases the lead from 2 to 3, and we'll go into the 4th quarter, UNC leading 5-2, and what is still really anybody's game. This has been a defensive struggle. Here we go, ready to start the 4th and final quarter. We are tied 2-2 after 1. In the 2 quarters since, UNC has tacked on 3 more goals to increase the lead to 5-2. Still hold the formidable 8-2 face-off edge, but Furman did win the last one. UNC right back to it. As they pick up the face-off, teams have once again switched sides. Key players so far for the Tar Heels have been Chris Cloutier and Justin Anderson, 2 goals apiece. 2 goal scorers for Furman are Uvino and Holcomb. Cuccia directing traffic from behind the net. Couple cutters in the middle. Not able to find him, so swings it back around. Chance for a shot. Another save. That's number 11 for the Bovenkamp. Ground ball is loose and picked up by UNC. That was Brian Cannon on that previous shot. Another knock away. UNC still hanging on to it, though. Furman yet to gain a possession here through the first minute 40 of the fourth. Shot, another save. There's number 12. That was outside. I think that might have been McBride that time picking up the shot. Comes Furman looking to counter. He scored 2 goals in the first and have not scored since, as the UNC defense and Brian Balcom have kept them out. Holcomb with it. Still plenty of time for Furman, but they need to find a way to get past the Tar Heel defense. Good pass, brief window there, but it was closed quickly. Uvino's going to give it all the way across. Passed inside, thought about a shot. Then it is, and Furman finally finds the back of the net once again. First goal since late in the first quarter. Cuts it back down to a 2-point deficit. And great shot there as Furman finally able to get back onto the board and get past Brian Balcom. William Holcomb picking up goal number 7, assisted by Graham Dabbs, who for his part is going to pick up assist number 2 on the year, his 5th point. And Holcomb continues to just be a goal machine. Big face-off here. Is Furman trying to keep their momentum. Not going to do so as yet another face-off win. But then Furman with a response. And it's just one stop after the other for the defense, even though Furman still trails by 2. It's just been really incredible what they've been able to pull off here so far this afternoon after the first couple games of the season. 13 saves for the Bovenkamp. Good for a .722 save percentage. .769 for Balcom on the other side. Furman could cut it to just a 1-goal game if they can find their way past Balcom again. Here's the shot, saved. And it's going to be picked up. Still loose and finally snagged there by UNC. So that should be save number 11 now for Balcom. It was Pinsino who took the shot. Clear look, another save. And really cannot say enough about how good DeBovenkamp has been today. At even strength, he has only allowed 3 goals on, I believe, 11 shots. I'm sorry, 13. 11 saves. He's playing outstanding right now. But he needs some help from the Furman offense. If Furman somehow pulled this off, this would be one of the biggest upsets. Well, easily the biggest upset in their history. One of the biggest upsets across the NCAA. Still a lot of time left, though. Less than 9 minutes. Ground ball is loose, and it is going to be Furman ball. Furman only trailing by 2 with just under 9 minutes to go here in the fourth. Furman unranked, coming off of a 2-15 season, taking on the number 1 team in the country and defending national champions. It's a penalty against UNC. Delayed penalty coming up after the possession. And that's going to be, there was no possession, so it's still Furman's. So that penalty is still waiting to be enforced. What a game this has been. Game that, frankly, UNC probably expected to be a lot easier than it has been. There's a pass into the middle. Shot just up over the top. And now we are going to, I think we're going to have that penalty enforced now. Indeed we are. So Furman has not been able to capitalize on the first 3 extra man opportunities. Will the 4th time be the charm? Penalty is going to go against Jack Rowlett for slashing. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the game. Well, win or lose, both teams' defense has been outstanding. Both keepers putting in excellent work. Chance for a shot. Hard hit from the back. Coughed up the ball. And UNC with a big turnover. Able to maintain it all the way down. Running down with it is McBride. And teams are about to be even here in just a moment. There we go. So, Furman 0 for 4 now on the extra man opportunities. UNC taking their time. Clock is on their side with the 2-goal lead, 5-3, just under 7 to go here in the 4th and final quarter. Tagliaferri with it outside. He's shot 6 times, but has not yet been able to find the back of the net. Pass up top, shot. Big bounce goes wide, and it will stay with UNC. There have been a total of 57 shots in this game, only 8 goals. Another save for DeBovenkamp. 15 saves on 20 shots. It has been a A party for the freshmen. And finally, UNC able to break through again. Big goal pushes the lead back up to 3. Timmy Kelly, after his initial attempt, gets saved, gets it back, takes another crack at it, and this time finds the scoring column. That's a big goal for UNC. It was on their 21st shot on goal, 35th overall. Finally, pick it up.
For your Paladins, number 12, Hill Blaze.
And for Timmy Kelly, that's goal number 4 on the year. .6:13 to go. UNC back up by 3 as they're able to come up with an answer. Now have yet another possession, and one stat that's really going to be a problem for Furman beyond the goals, obviously, is those face-offs. 10 of 12 won by UNC. Furman wins even a third of the face-offs. We could be looking at close to a tie game right now, but hard to say for sure as both goalies have played so well. And really both defenses in general. Time running out for a Paladin comeback. Still plenty for it, but they need to start finding a way to get to the back of the net quickly. So there's just over 5 minutes to go in the game. No team has scored more than 2 goals in any given quarter thus far. Do have a bit of an uphill climb, but there is still time. That one's almost intercepted. I thought we had a UNC player in the crease. They're going to say no. So they maintain possession. Will reset. Furman nearly got the ball back there, but not quite. Goldstock with it up top. Going to take a shot. Another save. Furman able to come up with it. Lost it after a big hit, and UNC going to take it right back after Furman with looked like they had stopped the momentum. Another shot, another goal. That was a very tough shot. It's William Perry this time, getting his second goal of the year. And I actually thought DeBovenkamp might have had it, but it just barely squeaked by him. And that should pretty much put it away for UNC. A lot of goals can be scored very quickly in the sport, but in a game in which both keepers have been pretty stingy, a 4-goal deficit with 4:25 to go is a big ask. Especially when you're struggling on the faceoffs as much as Furman has been. But they'll get another win off of the violation right here. So they have a chance. Can they capitalize? Giving up back-to-back goals after scoring goal number 3. And we're going to have a penalty. Big hit. And another Furman player is slow to get up. Happened after the ball was lost. Have the penalty assessed here and see if Furman can take advantage this time. Penalties on Jack Rowlett slashing. So here comes Furman. Just over 4 minutes to go, trailing by 4. In a game that had seen very, very little scoring until a couple minutes ago. Swinging around the horn, looking for the middle. Pass had a little bit too much heat on it and knock it away. Still loose and finally going to be scooped up. And we're going to have a timeout, I believe, called. UNC fired up as when Furman got that third goal and was only down 5-3, it looked like they had a really good shot at a comeback, had the momentum. Then UNC, like the championship team that they are, able to come back with back-to-back goals, push the lead back up to 4, and very likely put it out of reach. They're going to take a timeout, talk about the end-game strategy here with 3:38 to go and holding a 4-goal lead. But even with the score differential, Furman, a lot of positives to take from this game, especially the outstanding goalie play of Alec van de Bovenkamp. 16 saves, 7 goals allowed, 2 of them on the power play. And Balcom, who hardly saw a shot, had exactly 1 shot on goal against him in that first game against UMBC, has really played a big part for UNC in keeping the gap as wide as it is. Shot differential was pretty close through the first half as UNC had outshot Furman just 19-13, but here in the fourth quarter, outshooting them 9-4, 8-2 in shots on goal, and have really widened the gap. Bovenkamp has done his best work here in the fourth. 6 saves to just the 2 goals allowed. But ultimately just too much pressure from UNC thus far through the game. Another thing is UNC really has cut down on the turnovers as it's been Furman turning the ball over 3 times to UNC's 1 here in this fourth quarter. So out of the timeout, UNC will see if they can tack on goal number 8. And Furman going to try to cause their 11th. Well, come up with their 11th caused turnover. UNC perfectly content to just swing it around, take their time. No urgency when the clock is on your side. Same time, they'd probably love to put a couple more into the net if possible. Paladins giving Tar Heels all they can handle here thus far, especially in that first quarter, which ended tied 2-2. UNC has been able to come up with the big goals when they needed them. Ground ball almost taken away. Shot is going to go well off the mark, and it's going to be Furman getting possession back with 2:02 to go. As we saw even earlier in this game, goals can be scored very, very quickly, even from one end of the field to the other. I expect to see a real sense of urgency in the Paladin attack. Looking for a run down the middle. Drop back and across. Pretty soon they're going to just have to take some shots, even if it's not the ideal one, just because running out of time. Just 82 seconds left, trailing by 4. Can't be too picky with your shot selection. And UNC causing the turnover. And that will pretty much seal the deal. 1:08 to go. But both teams really putting in a stellar performance here at Paladin Stadium. Less than a minute to go. UNC looking to see if they can tack one more on, and DeBovenkamp says no. Furman trying to add one more goal here in the last 33 seconds. Pass back in the middle, almost lost it. 22 seconds. Holcomb with it. Driving into the inside, shot and another save. Brings Balcom's total up to 12. And the remaining 5 seconds will tick out. And UNC coming away with a very hard-fought win here at Paladin Stadium. A lot of positives for Furman, though, to take away, even dropping the game 7-3. UNC moves to 2-0 on the year. Furman dropping to 0-3. So that is your final. Once again, UNC Tar Heels 7, Furman Paladins 3. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.